Hi guys, today I'm going to be answering some frequently asked questions about assistance dogs. The most obvious and yet probably the most complicated to answer is, what is an assistance dog? Now, the reason this is complicated is because depending on which jurisdiction you live in, the definition of what that is going to change. So, for Victoria, according to what I read on Department of Ag, they must be able to heel, be able to do a sit stay, be able to do a drop, or the Americans out there, you might call it a down stay. So that's minimum in terms of Department of Ag. The Disability Discrimination Act 1992 Commonwealth is the equivalent out there for you Americans of the ADA, and it says that it is a dog trained to mitigate a disability. That is one criteria that would make it an assistance dog. The second criteria is that it has some sort of state accreditation as an assistance dog. And there is one other way. It has a ADI accreditation, which is Assistance Dogs International. I'll pop the link down there for all you lovely people. And if you're watching this as a short, I will also do this as a long form so that you lovely people can go find those links, or I can put the link in the description, but you will have to do a bit of clicking if you're watching this as a short. So that is what an assistance dog is. Now, that means, what does trained to mitigate a disability mean? Well, to you Americans out there, it is what's known as task training. It's known as that here in Australia too. And the task is the trained behaviour that the dog does to mitigate the disability. It might be pressing buttons for various things, and I have a video on that. I'll put the thumbnail up here and the link will be in the description for you lovely people. But basically it is anything the person with disability, and I'm going to use I for the sake of not having to ramble so much. So for me, it would be anything that I either cannot do on my own or would find exceptionally difficult to do on my own, and it might be a fatigue issue. So, for example, I might, if I put my chair on the right setup, be able to bend over and pick something up off the floor. The risk is I would take a nosedive out of my chair and not be able to get back up. So because it's a safety concern and because the lovely allied healthy people don't want me doing it, it's considered something I can't do. Because for me to do it would be dangerous, and I'm a falls risk, and you know, all the ableist paperwork thing kicks in and it's a pain in the ass. So it's either something that's extremely difficult, unsafe, or I actually physically cannot do it. Like, for example, sit up on my own. So I might have the dog either use a tug toy and help me sit up, or sometimes even just getting them to sit away from you and reaching for the dog's nose. For some people, it gives them something to reach for and they can maneuver their body and have the right momentum to then get up. It might be something as simple as picking up a dropped object, or something as complicated as doing a sequence of behaviors in order to tell me that my anxiety is getting really out of control. So sometimes it is a chain of behaviors. Actually, most of the time, it's like 6 or 7 behaviors strung together. But sometimes it's a single behavior, like a nose bump or a chin rest, or some of those more simple things. But sometimes it's chuck the fridge open, grab the milk, which means they've got to put it in their mouth, hold it, carry it back to me, deliver it to me in a way that I don't drop it, and then go back and shut the fridge. So that is a chain. And you could forward chain that or you could back chain that, but basically it is a sequence of behaviors that the dog learns as a single cue.